What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Warriors Report. The Raptors lose a really disappointing game, 106-120 to the Celtics, and we really struggled shooting the three, but also did a really poor job of defending the 3 point as well. So before I get into the details of the game, if you're new here, please hit the like button. If you could subscribe to my channel, I'd really appreciate that. With that being said, let's get right into it. The Raptors, who really struggled right off the bat in the first quarter, the Celtics come out firing, and we seem like we just could not hit any shot at all. We really struggled. We let them shoot way too many threes. I thought we did a good job on Jason Tatum and also Jaylen Brown and Kemba Walker. We did a good job of defending them and also double teaming them, but that did lead to some open shots for Peyton Pritchard and also Semi Ojeleye. So Semi Ojeleye, who's averaging 4.8 points, scored 24 points today and also hit 6 3-pointers. And Peyton Pritchard, who's averaging, the rookie, is averaging 7.7 points a game and torched us again. He scores a lot against us for whatever reason. He scores 20 points against us. We just had a really poor defensive scheme, and I feel like Nick Nurse just got outcoached by Brad Stevens. For whatever reason, it just seems like Nick Nurse makes some questionable decisions substitution-wise. We saw Aaron Baines there late in the fourth quarter, and I don't understand that decision because Aaron Baines has not been playing in the fourth quarter, and I feel like we really struggled when he was playing. Kyle Lowry tried his best to get him involved, but he did make some plays, but he just missed two very easy layups at the rim. So one of them, he gets an offensive rebound. He's right there. He's open, and for whatever reason, he just misses that layup right at the basket. And then soon after, we saw Chris Boucher back in the game. But I do want to talk about our poor defense. We did allow Boston Celtics to shoot 51% from the three, and also they made 23 pointers. So for the season, the Celtics make an average of 12.4 threes a game. And for us to let them shoot that many is just not acceptable. Right off the bat, our defense was really struggling. And I do want to talk about Chris Boucher, though, who had a nice game. Chris Boucher had 5 blocks today, which was huge. I felt like he could have played a lot more. He also did have 12.6 rebounds in about 25 minutes. So he definitely should have gotten a lot more minutes. I thought he brought good energy, good defense. And I do want to talk about Kyle Lowry as well, who did a good job of jump-starting our offense when we struggled. He did a good job of definitely trying to get Aaron Baines involved. He got him some easy looks as well, but I thought Kyle Lowry was doing a great job of just getting to the basket, hitting some baskets, shooting the three. He was doing a great job overall, and he made some really nice plays. One play in particular where he was guarded by Daniel Thesis, whatever his name is. He was being guarded by him, and he pulls him out to the free throw line, and then he sees that Aaron Baines is being guarded by a smaller player, so he throws the basketball right to him in the paint, and then he gets that easy basket there. So I thought he was making some smart plays, trying to get others involved. Pascal Siakam, who also had a really nice game, he was getting to the basket. He also made a couple 3-pointers as well. So Pascal has struggled against the Celtics, did a solid job getting in the paint, getting to his spots, doing those spin moves, having those little baby hook shots. He did a solid job, I thought, overall. Unfortunately, it seemed like those two were the only ones who kind of had anything going offensively. I thought Norman Powell did a good job. He scored 7 points in the first quarter. So Norman Powell, who averages 9 points in the first quarter, kind of just struggled at times. He has these boneheaded plays, as we saw in Game 7, where he just kind of takes the ball and decides to go on a fast break by himself. It seemed like he made one of those moves again in the fourth quarter. And you can see Pascal Siakam was really frustrated because he gets a rebound and just takes off. And I understand that's Norman Powell's game, but he takes off and then he just tries to go against a couple Celtics players, and he kind of just misses that layup really badly. He chucks it just off the backboard, and it was a really poor miss. And Pascal, you could see, was right there. He was really frustrated, but just not a good overall game by the team. We did a poor job of defending, and also rebounding-wise, we just did a terrible job. We let Tristan Thompson get way too many rebounds, and also Daniel Thesis, and just offensive rebounds, way too many. At times, I understand we're playing a back-to-back game, but we just had no energy. It seemed like the rebounds were there, and you saw guys just kind of stand around and hope someone else would go for the rebound, and that allowed the Celtics to get way too many offensive rebounds. So Just a poor game overall. I mean, the Raptors scored 106 points, but a few of those baskets and three-pointers were made in garbage minutes. We wouldn't have even got to 100 points, I think, if it wasn't for those garbage points. And late in the fourth quarter by our bench players, the Raptors, who were averaging 120 points in the last 5 games, I thought have been doing a solid job of getting to the basket, hitting three-pointers, but it could be tired legs again. It's a back-to-back game, but that partially falls again on Nick Nurse as to why he would play his starters big minutes and not play other guys as much. I understand you don't want to play Matt Thomas because he doesn't like his defense, but other guys like Paul Watson, you could play him for a couple minutes, give your starters a little bit of a rest. He played the starters a lot of minutes. I felt like Stanley Johnson should have gotten a lot more minutes as well. Stanley would have done he did a solid job, I thought, of guarding Jason Tatum, and he just provides size for us. He's a good defender as well. He didn't get into the game until about a minute left in the first quarter, and he didn't really see that many minutes throughout the game. So I thought he should have gotten a bit more minutes, but and again, Nurse does have some questionable decisions at times, especially with substitutions. But yeah, he played his starters heavy minutes, and you could see the starters were really frustrated late in the fourth quarter, especially after a missed three by Norman Powell. They kind of just looked at like the coach, just their body language, their face, just you could see it. They were fatigued and tired as hell, and they had nothing left. And at that time, finally, Nick Nurse decided to pull the starters and put the bench players in. But that is one thing I don't like about Nick Nurse, that he plays his starters really heavy minutes, regardless of if it's a back-to-back, and I didn't like that. But again, that's Nick Nurse's decision at times. And I didn't also want to talk about Jason Tatum really quick here before I end this video. Jason Tatum, who just has a habit of pushing off with his left arm, gets away with way too many calls. I didn't like the fact that this one play in particular where DeAndre Bembry was doing a decent job of guarding him. He's guarding him, and DeAndre Bembry, who's running back, he gets pushed off by Jason Tatum, and he gets called for the foul. I thought that was just absolutely insane for the refs to call in. Anytime it seems like Jason Tatum, just every time he drives to the basket, he just pushes off so much with his arm, and the refs never call it. It's absolutely crazy. Um, I don't understand how he keeps getting these falls. I understand calls. I understand he's an all-star player, but for him to get every single call and just, I'm not going to blame the refs because the Raptors did play poorly, but just you see some of these plays where he just pushes off the players big time with his arm, and he just gets away with that all the time, and it's really frustrating to see sometimes. He did that to Norman Powell as well, where he just absolutely shoved him out of the way with his arm, and obviously the refs pretend like they didn't see anything, but that was also really frustrating to watch as well. But it was overall, it's just a terrible game by the Raptors. Not a good job defending or producing points as well. So that will be it for this video, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Until next time.